Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Gex Enter the Gecko. Area 4 has been cleared out of stages. Both of the stages in the N64 version and even the one in the PlayStation version that you can only find in the PlayStation version. Last episode was dedicated to that. There's one bonus here, bugged out. Also been taken care of, in fact it was the first thing we did. And therefore we only have one more thing to do in this area. This television screen says enough. The boss is going to be Gexzilla versus Mecharez. After Honey, I Shrunk the Gecko, where we shrunk in size in order to fit into a computer, now we're going to do the exact opposite. We are going to grow in size, because we are going to take on an extremely big mechanical dinosaur. So we need to be an extremely big lizard ourselves in order to take him on. And there he is, Rez in giant robot form. But we are in giant lizard form, so we can take him on. And this is how he works, as you can see. We are in a city, we are giant, clearly a Godzilla reference. And we need to take this guy out. Wait for him to lower his guard and we can actually hit him with our tail. And then he will start moving up buildings. Which we can also use to hit him by actually knocking down the building he's standing on. Which will also damage him. The more damage he takes, the more effective his jetpack attack actually becomes. He will actually start charging at us more often before he lowers his guard. And he will become faster. But that's not the only thing. I'm pretty sure the inhabitants of the city also don't like us. So eventually, the longer the fight takes, the more response from the inhabitants of the city we will see. Like helicopters and tanks that will actually start moving around, trying to attack us. That is also something we need to look out for. And these buildings actually contain bugs. Even the bugs are giant now. So there are some healing capabilities in this boss fight. I can already see a searchlight, so the people have noticed us by now. Bam. Oh, here's a tank. Hopefully it will stay away from us. The tanks don't really attack you, but they do actually ride around on the roads here. And if you start touching them, they do hurt you, so it can get a little bit annoying. Especially since you don't always see them coming. Ow. Yeah, be careful. What he's doing on top of these buildings obviously is also an attack, so don't give him too much chance to actually initiate his laser attack. Here's the first helicopter. Easily taken out, obviously. And with him being low health now, his jetpack attack really starts kicking in. He can really move distances now. Just remember to stay far away from him, step aside, and you should still be able to get an attack in. Still not run out of buildings, I see. Step aside. Oh yeah, of course, you can also actually damage buildings beforehand, so you can take them out quicker. As you can see, this building is now already damaged, so it only takes 2 hits before it to crumble. Taking him down easier. That's also a strategy you could use. Hey, stay away from the power plant. That sucker's nuclear. Be careful. He ran out of health and we won. Let's quickly return to the ocean where we belong before the inhabitants of the city become too scared. Gexzilla versus Mecharez completed. And the music kicks in again. That sometimes happens. Let's open up the gate to Area 5, finally. The only gate in Area 2 we have not been able to open up yet. Let's go see what is waiting for us there. Oh, I actually remembered there was a bonus that already unlocked there. There was indeed already a bonus that we saw appear there. So, let's head in here. Area 5 is opened up. And in fact, Area 6 is also opened up, because as you can see, that does not require a boss to be beaten. Just a certain number of remotes. This left platform over here actually says 26 red remotes, as you can see.
Welcome to the only
that leads to Area 6. The platform is already accessible normally, but this giant lion statue where we actually end up will be closed if you go here before you have 26 red remotes. But of course we're not going in there. That is area 6. We first want to go on the right platform, leading towards all of the content in area 5. Let's go see what we have. Interesting little temple area, leading towards Kung Fu Theater Part 2, Samurai Night Fever, Asian Disco apparently. The next one is Rocket Channel Part 2, Pain in the Asteroids.
My tail's gonna kick your butt.
Which is more pain in the butt in all honesty. And this platform over here actually leads back to the main area. This is your way out of here. However, like I said, there's actually a bonus that's unlocked at this point. At least in the N64 version. Chips and Dips actually appears right over here. And is the first bonus of area 5.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
Find the batteries in time.
I should have just been a Maytag repairman.
This bonus is in Circuit Central, as you can see. We have 3 minutes to find 50 9-volt batteries. And comparable to some of the previous bonuses we did, this one's actually also littered with funny word jokes, if I'm not mistaken. Like this one. No nerds allowed. We are in a computer here. Nerds aren't welcome. Only dorks are. Computer virus. Free clinic. I'm pretty sure that is not how computer viruses work, game. For a computer virus, you definitely don't need a clinic. Next up, we're gonna go up here. This is actually where the stage continues. If we don't miss the jump. Sometimes the change of camera, change of perspective because of being upside down or hanging onto the wall, it can be a little bit confusing. Because the moment you let go of a wall, the camera will immediately pan towards the ground again. And that can definitely sometimes trip you up. But like I said, this is where we continue. Make sure you have all of the 9-volt batteries by this point. Although I am pretty sure this is also another bonus where you don't actually need all of them. There are more collectibles in the bonus than you actually need to collect.
Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level.
Okay, why is there a Star Wars reference in here? This is not the Rocket Channel. But here we have the final section when it comes to collecting. This giant tower of jump panels. There should be plenty of 9-volt batteries still on here, so make sure you're at least at the final 4 before moving on. Don't want to spend too much time on there because time is already running out. And we're not quite there yet, so... Oh, let's not get under it. Come on, camera. I know you don't like me, but still. Here we have another tower of jump panels. There we go, that was the final one. And I ran out of charge. So, let's go get it again. Ooh, that looks awesome. Awesome place for a free fall. Cool little effects. The computer walls. As long as we don't clip through the walls in the computer, they do look awesome. There we go. Half a minute. Should be enough to actually reach the golden remote, which is pretty obviously at the end of the pathway. Right up here.
All this technology so fat guys can hear Rush Limbaugh.
No, not just fat guys. I want to hear it too. But there we go. Bonus Bonanza. Chips and Dips completed. And that might have been the final bonus in this game actually. There might also still be a PlayStation exclusive one. But I'm not too sure about that. I need to look into that later. But in the N64 version, this was the final one. So, it is time to actually start taking care of some regular stages again. Let's get started with the Rockets channel, Pain in the Asteroids. Find the arched asteroid is the first one. This is actually going to be another stage where finding the reward remote is going to be pretty difficult. But we'll see how it goes.
Alright, boys. Phasers on stun.
Alright, boys, leave your lightsabers at home. We're working with phasers today. Star Trek is going to be the thing for today. We've already had our Star Wars reference back in Circuit Central. For some reason. Oh yeah, before we move on. As you can see, these platforms actually got formed the moment we hit the switch. But we can actually hit it again while on the platform to actually get to a secluded area containing a power-up. Fun little secret. Definitely worth showing off. And what is also fun is how Ice Gex looks the moment he actually wears a spacesuit. I think it's especially interesting how everything actually turns blue, except for his helmet. Helmet is still white. Be careful for the air suckers here. I'm pretty sure even if you're invincible, it still functions. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. You're not immune to the air sucker, even if you're invincible. Let's get some air back. Now let's go see where we need to go. And this is actually where the split pathway is. Where we can choose to go up or down, leading towards missions 1, 2 or 3. For mission 1, we want to go down, actually. Allow me to get this quickly. Don't really need it quite yet for this mission, but it does give me collectibles. Now let's move back to the platform. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, I missed! I wanted to land on the platform, not besides it. In fact, because of me missing it, I didn't even land at all. How is there still gravity in space? How does it even work? I should be floating in a zero-grav vacuum, and yet I'm still falling. Apparently there's still some gravity in space. Or is that just cartoon logic? Video game logic at its finest. It does give me an opportunity to get some extra collectibles, because like I said at the beginning of this stage, getting the reward remote is actually pretty difficult in this stage. We're once again dealing with 3 missions where none of the 3 actually give you enough collectibles in order to get it, so we're forced to go towards the other routes as well here. However, dying does give me the opportunity to recollect some of these things, giving me an extra head start. And therefore I think I'm confident enough to try to skip out on the upper area. And this is actually the way back, in case you need it. I might be able to use that if I do run short on collectibles. That is my way back.
Has anyone seen Fox Mulder's sister?
We're going to do this again, even in this stage. Not going to answer that. At least we have reached the 3rd collectible, and therefore we should be on schedule. No, R2, not going to happen. Okay. Interesting. R2, what are you doing down there? Let's hit the switch. Platforms will come in. And more importantly, some astronauts to actually collect. Oh, there's another switch. I'm not too sure what this one does, actually. Oh, also works on those platforms. So that's in case you want to get back. And of course you need to reform the platforms. You can also do it from this direction, it seems. Which is good to know. The game actually allows us to go back in case we need to. As if the game knows we're collecting the collectibles in this mission. We're getting plenty of opportunities to get back in case we need to. So far, still confident that we're able to get the remote before we actually reach the end. Even though we are approaching the final section. But we're also approaching the 50, so should still be fine. Okay, thank you for not falling this time. At least give me a couple of these astronauts. Let's move the platforms again. This time we want them here. Oh, and be careful when you're ice gex here. Because of moving faster, it's actually easier to miss the jumps here. I can remember that happening a lot to me in the past. Actually over jumping these platforms because of moving faster. Let's see where we need to go. That's actually where the end is, but obviously we can't reach it from here. I think we need to go over here. This is actually a wall we can cling onto. As you can see, this is actually something we can cling on to. And therefore follow it down here. And this is our elevator towards the remote. Okay, thank you. There's 2 bugs here, and therefore you are 48. And you are 51. And therefore reward remote in our possession. Not entirely earned in a fair way, because I did die at some point and therefore recollected the collectibles in the beginning. Otherwise this would have been a lot more difficult to actually do. Actually would have been forced to go towards the route that leads to mission 2 and 3 for a moment in order to collect some collectibles there. Let's see if we can make R2 fall again. Yeah. No. Almost. He landed on the edge. Poor R2. We're playing around with him way too much. Red remote number 1. Silver remote number 1. 16 minutes. Okay, we can do another one, it seems. Probably not going to be able to finish off Pain in the Asteroids quite yet. But we can get close to it. Time for mission 2 at least. We are going to ride the warp tube. We are going to climb this thing now that we've been seeing, leading towards more area and therefore more missions.
Alright boys, phases on stun.
Alright boys, let's make sure to not get a single Star Wars reference in this stage and only get Star Trek ones. It would be interesting. This is actually also going to be the mission where we're going to find the hidden remote. We technically also pick that up in mission 3 because they basically go the same way. Might as well pick it up now. Mission 2 is the first real opportunity you have in order to get it, so might as well immediately get it. There's no need to save up on it. Let's climb this thing, because it is obviously climbable. And also a very good way to score some extra collectibles, as you can see. In case you didn't die like me and actually need this area to find enough collectibles. Head over there for mission 3. Head over there for mission 2, which we're going to do in a minute. Lightsaber, ow. And even then he starts referencing Star Trek. Nice going, Gex. However, we first want to go in this teleporter over here. And this is where the silver remote is. Not really that well hidden in this stage in all honesty. Especially since there are power cells here, which we need for mission 3. So you're forced in here anyway. But it is also where the silver remote is. One of the easier ones to find in this game. That's obvious. Let's get some health. Because lightsabers hurt. There's actually 2 power cells in here, so definitely remember that for the next mission.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. Once again, Star Trek. Nice going. Let's go ride the warp tube now. Get an entire cutscene for it. Put that lightsaber away. No, come on, Gex. You were doing so well. Star Wars just entered the building. But now that we're up here, let's go platform some more. Let's see if we can find that second red remote. Another area like this, just like with the silver remote area. You can actually climb these structures in order to find some things you can wreck for collectibles, but we are not interested in that anymore. Let's go up here. Okay, pretty challenging platforming section over here. This one actually gave me a lot of trouble when I was younger, I can remember. There we go. Next up, circle around the planet, avoiding some fire. That's the easy part. And now for the hard part. Not that it's really hard, but when I was younger, this gave me a lot of trouble. The camera here does make this quite difficult to actually see how you need to jump. But in the end, we need to get on the top one and wait for it to actually circle around and give us the opportunity to reach this platform right over here.
Daddy wants air.
Oh, really? Daddy wants air. In that case, Gex, you're asking for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now!
Slip of the tongue.
Quite the risk. But totally worth it. Getting the red remote while running out of air. Hey, he was asking for it, so... That was mission 2. Only one more to do. But we're going to do that next time, because we are at 20 minutes. So, the third mission is going to be for next time. And why am I not surprised the camera does not like this? It does not know whether to zoom in on us or on the channel. Oh, camera. We are having way too much fun with you in this game. But anyway, see you folks next time for mission 3. Treecks out!